Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. This is an incredible day to be an Indiana Fever fan. It really is. And that's why I had to bring out the sequin Fever hat. Do you remember this? I shared this when I got the gift box from Amy from Iowa. It had all kinds of things in it. And this hat, first time I'm wearing this hat. And even though we are not in full swing fall temperature yet, I had to bring out the hoodie. This was a hoodie from King's Kid Girl, 22 over here. I shared this with you before, 22 over here, down on the bottom left there, the Caitlin Clark signature there, number 22. And this is really why I wanted to wear this today. The back. Cookies. And the reason why I wanted to wear that today was because of how the game ended with the cookies. I have so much that I could say, and I'm going to probably do several videos, but I can't pass over saying how incredibly exciting it is to be a fan of the Indiana Fever, a fan who has watched the ups and the downs, the adversity, and who has continued, like many of you, to root for this team, to believe in this team. And my goodness, those of you in the live stream, in the chat, the live stream last night, we expend so much energy during these games. So I don't usually get to do my recap video right after I've done the live stream because the live streams are just off the charts, and we did it all last night. We did it all. We cheered, folks cried, folks prayed. You know me, I ran up and down. I mean, it's so off the charts. We had almost 900 people at one point in the chat, and so it was just a great day. Like it's a great day today, and it was certainly a great night. Although my heart was like, da, 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 da. It was it's a great time with you all who are with us. And also, like I said, to be a Fever fan, this team should be extremely proud. These coaches should be extremely proud. You, the fans who've hung in there, should be very, very glad that you did. So here's what I want to talk about today. I'll get to the box score in a moment. But the thing that I want to highlight in this video, I want to highlight how it's never over until it's over. I have no idea what's going to become of this team in the next round when the Fever will play the Las Vegas Aces. I don't know. But I've already told you, even before the Indiana Fever made the playoffs, that their story speaks to every one of us right now, regardless of what happens down the road. People didn't expect this team to be here, and here they are. And speaking of that, the Indiana Fever posted this on X. Now you know. And here's the list. Atlanta Dream versus Indiana Fever. Andrews predicted Dream in 2. Hurd, Dream in 2. Metcalf, Dream in 2. Moody, Dream in 2. Payne, Dream in 2. Pelton, Dream in 2. Philippou, Dream in 2. Snellings, Dream in 2. Vopel, Dream in 3. But you notice no one, even though Vopel went here and said it'll go to 3, nobody predicted Indiana. And except for one, nobody even thought that Indiana, of this list, believed that Indiana would even get one win. Well, now you know. And of course, with the kind of adversity this team has gone through, you could say, okay, they didn't believe. It's they didn't believe. Lots of people didn't believe. Lots of so-called Caitlin Clark fans not only didn't believe, but didn't want the team to win. That's a whole different story. But the team just amazing. So let me get to what I'm going to talk about right now. That is that no matter what it looks like, if you continue to fight, if you continue to do your best, who knows what can happen? Right? Who knows what can happen? So in this game, let's start with Odyssey and Aaliyah Boston. If you looked at Odyssey's numbers and you didn't watch the game and you just look at box score, you would think Odyssey absolutely balled out in this game. She had 16 points. She was the second leading scorer in the game. And yet it wasn't a good game. Like, she didn't shoot well. And not only that, in the game before that either, in game 2. And I think that's why she sat, I think if I remember right, she sat quite a bit in that game. She just seemed, she was just off. She wasn't making great decisions. And in this game, she just missing layups and just missing layups. It wasn't a good game, but you don't give up. When it mattered most, when it was on the line, she came up big. Now, Aaliyah Boston had 14 points and 12 rebounds. But it was frustrating with Aaliyah Boston. And then not just because we wanted to see her get the ball more inside. I mean, she went 6 for 11, so she didn't bomb there, right? We not only do we want to see her get the ball more inside, but that becomes difficult because Bree Jones is a big body, is a tough body. And if you watch how they play Aaliyah Boston, it ain't easy. So it's not even about that. Homegirl missed 4 free throws. Now, until yesterday, we had not missed a free throw since Sunday. We were 15 of 15 in game 2 on Tuesday. And then Aaliyah Boston missed 4 free throws. We need every free throw we can get, just like we need every layup we can get in the game. So there was some frustration there. But along with Odyssey, when it was on the line, they came up big. Before I show you that, I got to say this. I agree with Stephanie White, who said that the turning point in the game was when Aaliyah Boston got a technical. Aaliyah Boston had enough of how Bree Jones was grabbing her and holding her, and it cost Aaliyah a technical. Oh. Wow. You don't see that from Aaliyah very often, but she did throw Bree Jones to the ground as she was basically saying, "Get off me." She got her off of her arm that Bree was grabbing and holding. And Bree Jones is a big body. And the bigger they are, the rest of that. And then folks kind of got up in each other's faces. You can see here, I'll just go nice and slow. You see Alicia Gray getting up into Aaliyah Boston's face. Jordan Canada's in there. I mean, and Bree Jones finally finds her way up. What cracks me up, honestly, is Kelsey Mitchell's temperament. Everybody is in over here, and Kelsey's there looking a little bit surprised. I know this is the topic, but it just cracks me up. I watched Kelsey. She's just kind of looking. Let me turn the sound off right here. And then she just starts dribbling. Kelsey's like, look, we got a playoff to win, okay? We got a series to win. But seriously, though, Aaliyah Boston just was done. She was done. I know people think that they can just treat her any kind of way. They call her soft. They say she's not physical enough, etc. And in this situation, she just stepped up and she got a technical. Bree Jones gets the foul. She deserves to get the foul. And Aaliyah Boston deserved to get the technical. And I don't have a problem with it at all. They had to assess a technical there. It was tech worthy. But you know what? It was also worthy. It was worth it. At that point in the game, you could spare it, and they missed the technical foul. Okay, so poetic justice there. But I do agree with Stephanie White. I think that there's a turn that took place right there. We're not going to bow down to you. We're here to play, and now you know. So now let's get to what I want to show you about Odyssey and Aaliyah, and how no matter how it's looking, no matter how many free throws you miss, no matter how many layups you miss, no matter how many bad decisions it seems you've made, you continue to fight. As you can see here, it's Indiana 84, Atlanta 85. We were trying so hard to tie the game and take the lead of the game, and just seemed like we just couldn't get over the hump. But here we are with 15.4 seconds to go, and Odyssey and Aaliyah Boston stepped up really big. So right here, you see Aaliyah. She's going to hand it off to Kelsey Mitchell.
electing not
there.
to call a time.
Kelsey Mitchell tries to get to Aaliyah, but it gets bobbled. Kelsey Mitchell goes
Now,
after it.
Boston almost gave it away.
Kicks it out to Odyssey. Now I want you to watch all these red jerseys are all the way over here, and watch Aaliyah's hand go right up in the air. Hand is right up in the air. She's like, look, I'm right here under the basket. Odyssey says, I see you, Aaliyah. And she's going to make that pass to Aaliyah.
Into Boston for the lead. She hits it.
And Indiana leads 86-85 with 7.4 seconds left in the game. Indiana takes the lead. So like I said, Odyssey, even with 16 points, made some suspect decisions in the game. Aaliyah Boston missing free throws, which hurts the team, obviously. But when it was on the line, big-time players make big-time plays. Now let's talk about Lexi Hall. We know that even on a given night, if Lexi's shot isn't falling, you can always count on her for defense. But in this game, Jordan Canada had everybody on the Fever struggling. Her ability to get downhill and get layups was on display for sure. Lexi Hall, however, helped this team offensively and, yes, defensively. We're going to start on the offensive end of the floor. A huge bucket from Lexi at Fever Bandwagon on X. So at this point in the game, you see it's the fourth quarter with less than a minute to go. 11 on the shot clock, 82-85. Indiana's down 3. Right here, you see Aaliyah Boston. She's going to fake the handoff to Kelsey Mitchell. See that? She turns. Here comes Lexi, but nope, Lexi's not going to get the ball here.
Denial by Jordan Canada.
She gives it to Bree Turner, who dribbles over and gives it to Lexi.
Terrific defense.
Lexi says, oh, you going to leave me open?
By Atlanta on this possession, but Hall was able to get to the rim.
No, what I didn't realize until I was editing this was that the reason Lexi could get open was she took Ryan out wide, and then after Bree gives her the ball, she sets the screen on Ryan, which gives an open lane to Lexi. What a play.
And the score, 84-85 at this point. Now let's go to the reason why I'm wearing this sweatshirt today, this hoodie. Let's go to the cookies, because this is what seals the deal for Indiana. So as you recall, Indiana went up 86-85 on the Odyssey to Aaliyah pass. Now, 7.4 seconds left in the game. Atlanta has the basketball on this side of the court, which means Indiana has to make sure to play solid defense and not foul. Both teams were in the bonus, so you can't foul. Just play solid defense. And, of course, Lexi Hall, yeah, that's what she does. So here she is over here. Now, they have told us after the game that the coaching staff had already given them the skinny on how this was likely to play down and had drawn up a great defensive scheme, if you will, for the team, which obviously they were able to execute. Shout out coaches, shout out players. So just to back up a little bit, Atlanta had an opportunity to inbound the ball before this, but Indiana's defense was so good that Atlanta almost got a 5-second violation. In fact, I thought it might have been 5 seconds, but Atlanta called the timeout, and then they had an opportunity to try it again. But again, keep your eyes on Lexi. Lexi's looking over here. That inbound is going to come in, but Lexi reads it and picks it off, and we got cookies.
Howard gets it in, but it's knocked away by Lexi Hall. Hall with the steal.
And then, of course, Atlanta has to foul and does, but that's the end of the game. We make one of the free throws. The score is 87-85 at the end. Bree Jones gets a shot at it, but it's a wrap. Indiana wins and moves on. So many people were part of this win, but I wanted to highlight Odyssey and Aaliyah and Lexi because they represent that even if you're not having your best game, even if you're making mistakes along the way, you continue to fight, which of course this team has done all season. Let's take a quick look at the box score. 87-85. Indiana won the first quarter 29-27. Indiana lost the second quarter 20-29. Indiana won the third quarter 2017. Indiana won the fourth quarter 18-12. Natasha Howard, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Aaliyah Boston, 14 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Wow. Odyssey Sims, 16 points, 8 assists, 3 steals. Kelsey Bitchell, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. 10 points from Lexi Hall, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And one of the cookies was the one I just showed you. Bree Turner, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And my goodness, she has been so huge for this Indiana Fever team. 2 points from Michaela Timpson and 5 rebounds. 3 points from Shea Petty with 1 assist and a steal. And then 4 points from Ariel Powers with 1 assist and 1 block. Indiana, 41.6% from the field. Atlanta, 12 points from Bree Jones with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and a block. 9 points from Naz Hillman with 10 rebounds, 1 assist. 19 points from Alicia Gray with 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. 18 points from Jordan Canada with 10 assists, 1 block. And then 16 points from Ryan Howard, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. 5 from Brittany Griner, who only played 8 minutes, and she had 1 assist as well. And then 6 points from Tahina Paopao, and she had 3 rebounds and an assist. They shot 50% from the field, but it was not enough. I'm sure you've seen footage of the excitement of this team. I love this one. And we will end it with this one.
ATL what? I can't hear you. ATL what? We so ATL.
Congratulations. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.